Hey guys, it's your boy, the Rican Nerd. Here today we're going to be talking about Dragon Age as a franchise, and I want to start some Dragon Age 4 speculation, rumor roundups, official news, as well as wish lists and a couple other things that I want to start doing with you guys. Reading comments and finding out the news and giving you guys all the information of Dragon Age 4 because here at the Rican Nerd, we're big Dragon Age fans. But today we're going to be talking about Dragon Age Inquisition, Dragon Age Keep, and how it affects the world states. Dragon Age Keep, of course, is the web-based, I guess you could call it a mini game, more like a library of your choices throughout the franchise. So if you haven't played Dragon Age or Dragon Age 2, it'll let you pick what choices you would have made in anticipation of Dragon Age Inquisition. And when you played Inquisition, it would show you the outcome of some of those options. And some of those options may affect Dragon Age 4 or 5 or so on and so forth. So Dragon Age Inquisition was not as divisive a game as many other games, but there were fans of the game and there were pundits of the game. And the pundits, they would say, "Oh, it wasn't like Origins. The consequences weren't as heavy for the choices that you made." But Origins, seeing as it was the first in the franchise, it could go anywhere in the story. With Dragon Age 2, yes, they were a little too restrictive, but it was a decent game. They had to tell the story of how the Mage Templar War started. So they were restricted behind that. But however, it could have been done better, but it's not as bad a game as a lot of people make it out to seem. Now, Dragon Age Inquisition is a very good game, a very solid game, and a game that I truly love. So when the people that don't like Inquisition say, "Oh, it was shallow," I really can't see it because there's many things that could change in the game before you even play the game. If Liliana is dead at the beginning of Inquisition, then you have to have a different spy master. There's a dwarf called Dagna who will only join the Inquisition if the hero of Ferelden in Origins told her to go to the Chantry and study magic, even though the dwarves can't use magic. So, just from those two choices, Inquisition could be a completely different game than what you or your friend or your friend's friend or your cousin or your wife or whoever play, because the choices can truly make it a different game. Cullen was a key figure in Origins in the Broken Circle part of the game. So he could be a completely different character in Inquisition depending on the choices that you made with him throughout Origins, and he also appears in Dragon Age 2. He may have been a minor background character, but now he's a forefront character, the general of your armies. And, if you actually start looking at his history, you'll see that he had dealings with both of the major heroes from the other two games. Another recurring person is Morrigan, who, depending on whether you fathered a child with her or not, will have a child. If that child is supposed to be have the soul of an old god, then that child will have the soul of an old god, and it will be part of a quest. If it's a normal child, the quest may change or may not happen at all. If you didn't have a child with Morgan, then the quest may not exist. Just that stuff right there shows you the agency between Origins and Inquisition. And like I said, Dragon Age 2 felt like an island compared to the nation that is Dragon Age. Origins and Inquisition do feel like part of the same land. But I feel like a lot of the choices that you made in Dragon Age 2 will be brought in Dragon Age 4. I feel like the games are trying to like skip over the next game so that the choices that you make in one game will be affected 2 games down the road instead of the next following game. You know, it's not a right away as soon as you boot up Dragon Age Origins and you finish it and you boot up Dragon Age 2, all those choices shouldn't be tied off and finished, because then what's the point of making all those choices if it gets cut off right away? Whereas you make the choices in Origins, you play Dragon Age 2, a lot of those people don't even show up, and then in Inquisition, all these people show up. You know, there's other parts in Origins that didn't show up on 2 or Inquisition, such as Nathaniel Howe, the son of Roland Howe, who, if you played the human noble, was the man who killed your father, and his son, you actually find him in one of the post game DLCs, and you could choose to kill him or not kill him. And that wasn't brought up in Dragon Age 2, and it wasn't brought up in Inquisition, so it may be brought up in Dragon Age 4. The world state is very in flux, but please believe, I wholeheartedly believe that Dragon Age will tell the story of all those choices that you made. If the choices aren't in Dragon Age Keep, you best believe that those choices will be important to the Dragon Age series in total. And sooner or later, they will be brought up. That's my feelings on the world state of Dragon Age. This is the first video that we've done here at the Recon Nerd about Dragon Age, and I'll be doing a lot more videos just like this with some background footage. I have a ton of background footage, so this is just one. I have about maybe 10 hours of footage, so I'll just pick some footage. This one right here is from the Trespasser DLC, which is the post-game DLC for Dragon Age Inquisition. And not to spoil too much stuff, I mean, if you're watching this, you probably did play Inquisition and you're excited about Dragon Age 4, which we'll be talking about in a whole different video. You guys know what happened at the end of Dragon Age Inquisition. This is affected by the ending. They're trying to see if the Inquisition should end or not, so they have this whole court thing with the Divine, and if you actually helped one of your companions become a Divine, she'll be the Divine, and she'll help you. If you know you didn't help either one of them, then it'll be a random Divine, or maybe a Divine that you were friends with, but isn't really part of your crew. And again, for instance, Leliana, she can become the Divine, but if she got killed in Dragon Age Origins, then she's not even in Inquisition. So, I mean, she's such a big part of Inquisition that I do want to play the game over again, change, keep, and kill her off, just to see how fast of a game difference it would make, you know, because they can't just say, oh, well, she came back from death. So it has to be a different person. Is this person the same type of person, religious person as Leliana? If you guys know, drop a comment and let me know. If not, I'm going to end up playing 60 more hours of Dragon Age, which I don't have a problem with. It's a very big game, very beautiful game, and I always like collecting all the collectibles and doing all the Inquisition missions where you send out the Inquisition to do missions, and it's all very awesome. So I'll be doing a ton of more videos because I'm a big Dragon Age fan. So drop a comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time on the Recon Nerd. Peace.